Are you posting videos on social media sites and not getting a lot of engagement? Having a great video is only one piece of the puzzle. In this video, we're going to talk all about how you can actually get people to engage with your content. Hello, and welcome to the Make It Awesome Show, your roadmap to video marketing success. I'm your host, Renee Teeley, and today I'm joined by Roberto Blake, the founder of the Awesome Creator Academy. Thanks for joining.
Thanks so much for having me. Great to be here.
So what is your advice for companies who are posting video on social sites, but people aren't really engaging with it?
Well, it's all about framing context for your audience in terms of why this really matters to them. That's more than just having a title. If you want people to engage, you have to invite them to be part of a conversation. So you should challenge your audience early on with questions and ask them about their experiences, because people want an opportunity to vent or to share their experiences or their success. So I think that triggering that very early on and framing it correctly is a big part of getting engagement.
Yeah, that's great. I like the tip about doing it early on. So I've seen a lot of people who sort of at the end of their video will say, if you like this video or if you have questions, they'll ask for it like towards the end. But doing it early on, I think, is good when people are still kind of there and watching the videos. That's a great tip.
Exactly, especially since, not everyone watches a video to the end. So waiting to ask for a call to engagement until the very end, you're getting the minority of people who watch the video to do so. So the earlier you do it, you have the majority of the audience and you can maximize on that opportunity. The other thing is being specific. If you're going to ask for engagement, don't ask them to just give their questions, but give some opportunity for them to give a specific example of something that they want to learn more about. And that, I think, is very helpful because it is specific, it is not vague, it will be more intentional, and it means the engagement you do get will be more valuable.
Yeah, that's good. And I think also a lot of companies struggle with trying to figure out what content to create next. And if you're actually asking people what their questions are or what they want to learn, that's great information for what you should do for your next video.
Exactly. Instead of asking them what your next video should be about, ask them what they are challenged by or what they still are struggling with. That framing is very important for getting them to say, you know what, I have a specific story or a specific challenge or something that I'm trying to do better, and I would like more information or more guidance on how to accomplish that goal.
Yeah, that's fantastic. All right, so any last tips on getting people to engage with your content, especially for B2B companies?
I think that a big part of it, especially for a business-to-business company, is you have to understand the audience that you have. If you're a business-to-business company, you should be framing around what their pain points and struggles are. You should know that without them having to tell you to some extent. And based on that, you should do something that they are more likely to react to. I also would tell you that respect the context of the platform that you're on. If you're on YouTube, understand how the conversations navigate there differ from, say, Instagram or Twitter or LinkedIn. I think when it comes to video marketing, respecting the context of the platform and the culture of the audience that you're reaching in that platform makes a big difference. Don't make the assumption that they're all the same, because they're not. Even if they're the same demographic, the way they behave in one platform is very different than the way they behave in another. Just like if they behave differently at work than they might at church or at home. Or versus, a nightclub establishment. So people in the situations that there's context to that. And so you need to respect that, not only in the real world, but in the online digital world as well.
Yeah, that's great. I think that, there's a lot of companies that just take one video and they post it everywhere, and they sort of forget how people actually use the platform, and sometimes kind of forget how they use platforms themselves. Like what I do on Facebook is very different than what I do on LinkedIn and my viewing habits on YouTube, so it's good to keep those platforms in mind.
Repurposing your content is fine, but what is not fine is packaging it exactly the same way in every place without respecting the environment and how someone consumes. You said your habits are different, your behavior is different. You need to be studying that with your audience, and you need to be respecting that.
So thank you so much. Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with what you just said. I have one last question for you, and this is an important one.
Shoot.
If you could pay money to never hear one song again, what song would it be?
Oh, that's really interesting. What song would I never want to hear again? I'm going to go somewhat obscure on this one. Okay. And and I actually would miss not hearing this song ever again, but I'm going to go with Bye 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 by NSYNC.
Oh, Yeah, you don't like that song?
It has its moments, but then it ends up being in this binge loop where I can't get it out of my head. So maybe I just need to get rid of it altogether with that Thanos snap.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard that song a lot at karaoke bars. That's
Yep.
like a good karaoke song.
And it's got to go. Bye, bye, bye.
Love it. Well, thank you so much for sharing all of your amazing insights. I will not play that song for you when you're near, and thank you for watching this episode of the Make It Awesome Show. If you haven't done so already, I highly recommend that you subscribe to our YouTube channel to receive our latest episodes with tips just like this to help you with video marketing for your business. Thanks again, and remember to make it awesome.